phone and call right now. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. Once again, that's 800-932-5517.
Hey, welcome, folks, to Fifth Street Sports in Las Vegas, Nevada, 1 p.m. 1:06 over here now on the West Coast. We're on Sports Byline USA Radio Network. Catch us on iHeart, American Forces Network, streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. Catch us on Twitter. We got a great weekend of shows. We got a guest. On top of Oklahoma Brian and Florida Rick, you guys, we have a guest-filled week. We're going to have tomorrow Joey Casano on with us, Chip Chirimbus on Wednesday and Thursday, and Friday, I got a hold of my PGA Pro, you guys. I was going to spring this on you. He's going to be on the show. This guy was on the PGA for 33 years. We're going to do a great golf show. So let's brush up on our Masters and on our handicapping golf. How was your weekend out there, guys? Oh, it looks like there they are.
Yeah. Good weekend for me, as a fan at least. My team makes it to the Final Four, so I'm actually still looking on ways to get out to Minneapolis for the Final Four.
Is that what the orange shirt's all about?
I think it's pink, actually.
Oh, it's coming in orange. I thought you were wearing your Texas Tech colors, buddy.
No, this is I actually went through and took all of my winter clothes and put them in a box and found a box of summer clothes and started putting them on the shelf. This was the first one out of the box from last year.
Oh, great. Rick, how about you, buddy? You were a little under the weather last week, and then you're looking pretty good today.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit better, almost all better. But it was a really fun weekend. I got to see those, the Sweet 16 on Thursday and Friday, and then the Elite Eight on Saturday and Sunday. And man, what a couple incredible games with Saturday night being Purdue, Virginia, and then Sunday, Michigan State, Duke. Such great games as a fan to watch. Boy, that Purdue game, though, was tough for people who had 4.5 and 5, but we'll get into that afterwards.
Brutal, you guys. We got a great show, you guys. Can't wait to share the whole weekend. And, of course, I'm going to have my daily baseball little announcement on things. I got a good one for you, but we're going to be back right after this timeout. It's Fifth Street Sports, Oklahoma Brian, Florida Rick, and Frank Perez.
It's O-Rewards Bonus Points Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Stop in today and check out store-wide savings, plus earn double O-Rewards points on over 200 items. If you're not an O-Rewards member yet, sign up in-store today. It's fast, easy, and free. But hurry, double points are only available for a limited time. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family? You never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. That's 800-957-6063.
Attention business owners, now is the perfect time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. We can give you packages with up to 90 great channels and save your business a ton of cash. And if you call right now, you can learn how to get free equipment and free installation. Now you have choices. It's time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. And call today and get 90 channels plus free equipment and free installation. Smart business owners like you all across the country are consolidating and saving money on their cable TV, internet, and phone service for their business. So now's the perfect time. This may be a limited time offer to the first 100 people that call right now. So please save money and call now.
800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. That's 800-470-7113.
There are certain people you can always trust. Your grandma, your grandma's friends, lifeguards, action movie heroes who tell you to trust them. But there's no one you can trust more than your doctor. And when it comes to their own frequent heartburn, doctors and pharmacists trust the power of the purple pill, Nexium 24 Hour. And when you choose Nexium 24 Hour, you'll see why. When it comes to heartburn, trust the brand doctors trust. Nexium 24 Hour. May take 1 to 4 days. Use as directed.
Fifth Street Sports, folks, we are back. I am Frank Perez. We're joined with Florida Rick and Oklahoma Brian. A little technical difficulty on Brian's part, but guys, we are on Sports Byline USA Radio Network. Catch us on American Forces iHeart, streaming live, YouTube and Facebook. Big week, a lot of guests. We got Joey Casano on tomorrow with us, Chip Chirimbus on Wednesday and Thursday, and my PGA guy. I'm going to give you guys a talent like you've never seen in golf. This guy's been on the thing 33 years and can't wait to come on the show and teach us all about golf betting and matchups. Rick, we had a hell of a weekend. I'll tell you one thing, buddy. These Baltimore Orioles came barking like big dogs.
Yeah, you texted us on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and said, get on them Orioles. And you were right on Saturday and Sunday. And they went off at plus 330, plus 320 both days. You know, they lost the first two, but came on strong on the weekend and won both games. I think they actually won by 2 or more. So even if you played like alternate run line at like plus 560 or plus 580, you would have won that too.
You know, and you know what's scary, Rick, is I had some guy who's supposedly a sharp bettor come and text me, you know, because I put that out there. No way should any team be getting $3 or more, especially in April, right? And he comes back and says, oh, I think these Orioles are projected to lose 110 games. I said, really? I said, even if they lost 110 games and you won 52 and I was getting plus 325, you're going to still get the money. They would have to lose 125 games, 128 games for that not to be good. But my Duke got out. That's who I thought was going to win this thing, Rick. But you guys said yesterday you liked Michigan State.
Yeah, that was just a tough one for, you know, any Duke fan out there and people maybe who had Duke money line. But I mean, you knew Michigan State was going to come in and give it all they had. And Michigan State's been playing as well as anyone in the country the last several weeks of the season. You know, the way they cruised through the Big Ten tournament and now have just, you know, gone right through the NCAA tournament until they ran into Duke. And I mean, that was actually the only. Although all the 1, 2, and 3 seeds made the Sweet 16, that was the only 1 and 2 matchup in the Elite Eight. So, and was the last one. So you figured it was going to be an incredible game, and it lived up to its hype. You know, we had 3 straight, just amazing games in the Elite Eight, and that was the finale. And, you know, couldn't have asked for a better game and got what you asked for. But I feel bad for anyone to have to lose that game.
But, you know, and that's great for the fans and the kids. But, Rick, there was a horror story as far as our betting guys taking 4.5 in a certain game. Why don't you tell us about, I mean, just a beat that, wow, taking 4.5 was off the charts.
Well, it was, I mean, how many times have we talked about since basketball season has started about you can never be getting enough points at overtime, no matter who's playing, what the total is, what, you know, college or pro, you can never be getting enough. And the Purdue line ended up closing at 4.5 for the most part. There was a couple 5s. You know, some people could have bought up to 5, maybe at minus 15 or 20. But yeah, they had the game won, as you saw, and then Virginia had intentionally missed a free throw, got batted all the way back out to, close to their own 3-point line. They only had a few seconds left. He throws it up court to a big guy, and he just kind of flings up about a 15-footer from the right wing, and it just swished and went to overtime. So you're sitting there with Purdue, and you're like, well, so I'm not comfortable, but I still, have to like getting 4.5 points in overtime. And then Purdue, it's back and forth in overtime. Someone's winning by 1 the whole time. Purdue takes like a 1-point lead with, I think, like 40, 45 seconds left. So at that point, you're thinking, all right, well, I'm good as long as I don't go into double overtime. And of course, Virginia hits a 3, and then Purdue misses, they foul, and then they ends up being a 3-point game. And there's only 5 seconds left, and they're inbounding it. You're like, well, all right, the worst case scenario here is probably overtime. And what happens? They turn it over with 1.8 seconds left, and they fouled right away at the inbound with the second left. And of course, was there any way he wasn't going to make both free throws? The guy could have been an 8% free throw shooter. And
right.
If you have Purdue, that there's no chance in hell this guy's going to miss a free throw. And that's exactly what happened. And he swishes both. And the game ended at 5. And like I said, most people had 4.5. Some books had 5. So the majority of people out there took another ridiculous beat. And this is what we always say in overtime: you can never be getting enough points, unless you're getting in the 18 to 20 point range. You can't feel comfortable. I've seen it happen too many times. I've seen double-digit dogs too many times, losing by a half a point or a point in overtime. This one, they're only getting 4.5, but the total was low. Didn't matter. They still found a way to favorite found a way to cover. It seems like the favorite wins in overtime. They find a way to always cover too.
Yeah. Friday though, Rick, I got a game that was so torturous, but I ended up in some way getting a gift. I had Minnesota against Golden State on the money line. I took Minnesota plus 434 and plus the 10. So now the whole way, Minnesota's leading. Sure enough, they hit a big one, and they go to overtime, and then they go to a double overtime. Curry just keeps hitting these threes. Now, check this out. I'm up by 2. Oh, no, well, I was up by 6, in double overtime, but I need Minnesota right on the money line. So now there was a point when I was up by 2 with, less than 6 seconds to play. And Minnesota's at the line. I go, oh, please, just hit these 2 free throws. This was the second time. He hits 1 free throw, naturally misses the other one. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I go, but there's only 5.6 seconds to play. Come on. Sure enough, here comes Durant, comes down there and shoots, makes a 3. Okay? Makes a 3. Now, they don't call, and they foul him. But they don't call it, so they just go to over. So now I'm thinking, oh, my gosh, I got to fade another overtime. There's 0.9 seconds left on the clock. Durant mouths off to the ref. Minnesota gets to get a free throw, and I won by 1. Ha ha.
I saw what happened in that game. Did they get a technical, or was it – I mean, the whole last 5 seconds was insane because Durant – He clearly was shooting a 3 and got fouled and made it and should have had an and 1
right.
Free throw for the lead. They just called a foul on the floor because they were trying to foul him before they got the shot off, but he got the shot off so quick it was clearly on the shot. So they give the ball out of bounds and they inbound it to Curry in the left corner, and he made some miraculous 3 with a second left to tie it. Now, Curry was mouthing off to the ref. I don't think they called a technical. I think what happened, if I remember correctly, was on the inbound, Minnesota was like 0.8 seconds left, and the inbound, the refs called a foul, like a hold on, Durant or whatever,
right.
and on Towns in the paint, and with 0.5 seconds left, and he made 1 of 2, and they won by a point. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I don't think it was a technical.
Exactly. It was exactly like that. But if you've seen, it was a very clever move. Because let's say you have 0.8 seconds, and you got a team that's very dangerous in Golden State. So now you're at the free throw line. Right after you make the first one, your best play is to miss that second free throw on purpose. Because you don't want them inbouncing from anywhere, which is good. So I got lucky. Hey, Brian, you're back, buddy. I mean, everybody was, you light up the screen with that shirt.
Yeah, I was listening to you guys, though. That's one of my favorite conversations is intentionally fouling versus not fouling, making shots versus not making them at the end of games. the research is kind of inconclusive on some of those strategies. There's been people that have actually suggested, for example, in the NBA, trying to commit the intentional foul when you're up by 3 with, say, less than 5 seconds is actually no benefit historically to the team doing it. Kind of surprising.
Really? I like the one play when you're up, let's say you're up by 3 and there's, 3, 4, 5 seconds left in the game. The other team is inbounding. I love the play where they call all 5 guys around the perimeter just guarding the 3. Let them go up there and make the layup. Just let them go.
I do like that.
And it's,
yeah.
I
would say this. The thing about the intentional fouling at the end of a game, and there have been a lot of studies that have tried to, quantify this and measure its effectiveness in the long run. But what those studies don't measure is, to be totally blunt, is the intelligence of the team executing it, right? So like a well-coached, smart team, of course it's the right move to foul someone, if you can do it effectively, not foul them in the shooting motion. But the problem is a lot of teams bungle it. A lot of teams in college basketball that try to do the 2-for-1 screw it up and hurt themselves.
Brian, bring that thought back, guys. We got to take a timeout. Fifth Street Sports will be back in 3.
Do you use the blue pill to charge your sex life? Have you been thinking about trying the blue pill? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for the other blue pills. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. That's 800-223-0992.
At 28, I had struggled with opiate and meth addiction for 12 years. I did and said things that the sober me never would have done. One day I realized I was not invincible. I was not exempt. And that's when a friend told me about Elite Rehab Placement. They gave me the tools I needed to get sober, and all it took was the one phone call.
Elite Rehab can help you start to break your addiction problem and get sober in as little as 7 days. And we'll work with your insurance provider to help cover the costs. Plus, we have travel assistance programs to get you here by plane or train. Make this free call right now to learn more. 800-403-5912. 800-403-5912. 800-403-5912. That's 800-403-5912.
Attention business owners. Are you struggling while waiting for your customers to pay on their net 30, 60, or 90-day invoices? Can't get a business loan? Have no equity? Bad credit? Or maybe no credit at all? Then you need to call AmeriFactors right now. AmeriFactors will give you cash for your invoices and there's nothing to pay back. We simply buy your account receivables, and if those clients don't pay on the invoices, we take the loss. We give you funds based on your account receivables, not your credit. And 98% of all applicants are approved. It's that simple. With AmeriFactors, there's no more waiting for your customers to pay. We give you the funds up front, then we wait for your customers to pay us. Fund your business today. Call AmeriFactors right now.
800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. That's 800-847-1183.
Guys, we're back. It's Fifth Street Sports. Frank Perez, Oklahoma Brian, Florida Rick, Sports Byline USA Radio Network. Hey, you guys, every day I'm going to try to have a little bit of a tidbit on some kind of a baseball, either fact, figure, an event. This one, before we continue with the show, I want to share this one over here because this one it's just all about class. I mean, you talk about a classy move. Did you know that the 2016 Chicago Cubs actually awarded and brought him in? And the Tom Ricketts family and the organization gave Steve Bartman a World Series ring.
I actually think I remember hearing that. I remember hearing that. Yep.
Yeah. I read it. I mean, talk about class. They called him in. They said, Steve, it's been since that Alou foul tip. You've been punished and tortured. Everything else. We consider you part of the family here with the Cubs. They brought him in, gave him an official 2016 World Series ring, walked him around the new Wrigley Field, said, "You're welcome back. All is forgiven. The fans are accepting you." And that was a very classy thing for them to do that,
That might have been a historic moment just now. I think you just called the Ricketts family classy. I don't know if that's.
I was thinking the same thing.
That's up first.
No. Well, no. I said it was a classy move. I didn't.
Okay.
I said it was a classy move. I don't know anything about the Ricketts family, but that was a very, very classy move. Hey, you guys, I got about another minute and a half on something. KIFS came out on Friday on Gambling 911, and plus my friends called me. It's a morbid thing. They actually found Tony's body in the farmhouse. It looks like he recognized one of the captors. So after they transferred the Bitcoin money, they put a plastic bag over his head and they suffocated him. And now the body's been officially found. They got all 12 guys involved. But Tony, man, we're going to miss you, buddy. You were good to me. So they actually now have an official body. They're going to have a funeral. I may fly down there. But during the break, I asked Andrew if I could use a certain word. I can't because my name's not Trump. But if I fly down to Costa Rica, believe me, I will be getting out of there as quick as possible because that is an official crap hole. If I was Trump, I would use the S word there, but I can't. Anyways, guys, getting back to it, got a lot of action today.
Nice segue. That's about Tony. I thought we had heard that they found his about a month ago, and I saw the same story that you did this weekend.
Yeah, but it was all rumors since for the last 5 months. Now they actually have an official, the official body.
Yeah.
Suffocating suffocation was the cause.
That's horrible. Hopefully this will bring the family some sense of closing and help everybody move forward if that's possible.
Yeah.
Frank, I got a question for you. Now, I know your highlight career is probably in your rearview mirror at this point. I don't anticipate you making a Roberto Duran type highlight comeback anytime soon, right?
No, I wish.
But if you were still in the game and highlight was selected as an Olympic sport, would you have gone ahead and participated? Would that have been something you'd want?
Absolutely, but highlight was an Olympic sport.
What?
Highlight used to be an Olympic sport. Highlight's
Really?
probably the most physical, talented game that it was ever developed. I mean, you guys have. I'm going to take you guys one time on a highlight court, and you guys just see just how unbelievably beautiful, difficulty, dangerous, and skillful this game really is. But yeah, highlight was in the Olympics.
Wow,
I had no
never knew that
idea.
either.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
What year? What years?
It was in the 20s and 30s, but it was only as a demonstration because Spain would have been the only victors. I mean, they only played it in France, Spain, America, Mexico, Philippines. So Spain, it would have been like, forget it. It would have been like us three trying to defend like Ronaldo, Pele, and Beckenbauer,
Yeah. Well, the reason I mention that is there have been a few new Olympic sports mentioned in the last week, and they're not exactly sports I would have associated with the Olympics. Have you seen the sports that have been mentioned for the Paris Olympics in 2024?
Not me.
Well, they've got their eye on breakdancing and skateboarding. Actually, skateboarding might actually occur in the 2020 Olympics. But what do you think about breakdancing as an Olympic sport?
Well, I mean, do you bring your own DJ? Because I mean, that's big. You know, the music is big in breakdancing, right?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I don't know. Maybe you have to use the IOC DJ. Do you have to wear a uniform? I would think so, right?
No, but gosh, but I can see skateboarding, breakdancing. Gosh, I'm not. Rick, what do you think about breakdancing? Giving a gold medal for breakdancing?
I think it's hilarious. I think it's something that if you told me a couple of years ago, I would say it's an April Fool's joke. And the fact that today is April 1st, I'd be also saying it's an April Fool's joke. But unfortunately, I actually saw what Brian's talking about, and it's not an April Fool's joke. This is real. And breakdancing is looking to possibly be a sport, in 2024?
Yeah.
What are they going to – I think the best breakdancers are like 10, 11-year-old kids, right? So are they going to have an age limit, or can you be 5 years old? How does this work? Because don't you normally – I'm thinking there might not be any kind of age limit.
I don't think that's the case. I don't think the best breakdancers are 10 and 11-year-olds. And we know from women's gymnastics that 13-year-olds are pretty common at the Olympics. But related to that's actually an interesting thought that you bring up there, Rick, because one of the first things that goes through my head, I can see the Chinese trying to figure out how can we turn this into gold medals. And I can almost see, like in my head, I can see this conversation of these guys in suits walking up to parents and telling them that, that their kid, that Ling Ling, is a potential medal hope, and that they're going to have to send them to boarding school, so he can train, breakdancing for the next 6-7 years so he can win a gold medal.
Now, Brian, here's one for you. Do you think in our lifetime we will see video games as an Olympic sport? Like, let's say, Call of Duty and people really going at it in video games?
I totally can see that. If I could bet on that, I would lay minus 300 that we see video games in the Olympics within the next 10 years, 15 years. What do you think, Rick?
Oh, I never thought of it until you just said it. But now that you said it, I'm convinced it'll be too. I mean, esports is now so humongous all around the world, well, especially in the United States, but really all around the world. Asia, Japan, Korea, those. These kids, unfortunately, that's pretty much all they do besides go to school. Is the rest of their time they spend playing video games, and now they've turned it into something where the kids can actually tell their parents, "Oh, I'm so good, I can make it a profession." And maybe there are a few kids out there that are going to make it a profession, but of every 10,000 kids, maybe one might be able to make a career out of it.
I think
all of those.
Sorry, Rick, I don't mean to interrupt, but I disagree. I don't think you're going to see it in the Olympics anytime soon. The esports in general haven't grown enough to the point where you're going to start seeing,
wow, and
people.
That's coming from a Generation Y. I mean, are you a millennial, Andrew, or are you a Generation
technically
Y?
speaking, I'm a millennial on probably the older scale, but I don't think for a second that you're going to see esports in the Olympics. I mean, it's historically, traditionally been all, I guess, traditional sports, right? I mean, but there's no real huge esports infrastructure, period. I mean, it's popular and it's gaining popularity, but no way. And I think it's a little disingenuous to just assume that.
But Andrew,
like you have masses upon masses of people that are really trying to play professional video games.
If you took a poll right now for conditioning, Andrew, who would have to be in better shape? The dart throwers or the video game guys?
The video game guys. They'd definitely be in better shape because the dart throwers probably drink a lot of beer.
Exactly.
I'm just messing around. I mean, it's not about condition in either of those sports, right? Or in either of those competitions, but no, I don't think for a second we're going to see esports in the Olympics. No way, no how.
Thank you. Hey,
what about chess?
Chess, no. If chess hasn't been there already, it's not going to happen.
Chess is way too tough. Let me ask you a question.
It's for sure. Chess is on its way.
It's on its way. There's bids for it.
No, it hasn't been voted on, but supposedly that's the next sport to go through. Will be
maybe.
Actually, I've got a list new sports for 2020. I'll read those off in a little bit, but yeah, chess is actually, Andrew, implementing Olympic style doping testing currently.
Well, that's good.
That's one of the.
And I personally would advocate for similar kind of doping tests for esports. I mean, it's really it's not necessarily, as far as I know, and look, I'm not within the industry to a huge degree or really even at all, but I do know people, and I know of people that would take things like Adderall or whatever before a Call of Duty tournament. Not specifically Call of Duty, but before a tournament or something, right, to help them focus more. There definitely needs to be something along those lines for sports and competitions like that.
That would be the PED for that is Adderall. You're not going to take anything in the opiate family or nothing to play those games. It's all about Adderall.
Yeah, things like that, smart drugs. What about, I'm thinking if chess can make it, that's kind of the entry, that's kind of the gateway for games. What about charades as an Olympic sport? What do you think?
No, because chess, I mean, you guys laugh, but there is no way, you don't even know the conditioning that you need to play chess at a high level. Guys, he's signaling me a time break. We'll be back in just 3 minutes.
You're the family chef, but with homework, practices, email, getting a good meal on the table is tough. Sometimes the best choice is the easy choice. Delicious Bob Evans mashed potatoes and mac and cheese, made with ingredients like real milk, butter, potatoes, and cheese. Bob Evans sides are ready in the microwave in 6 minutes, and they're the perfect complement to any meal. Once your family tries them, it'll be love at first bite. Get Bob Evans sides today in the refrigerated section at your favorite grocery store.
Bob Evans down on the farm.
Trade pros. Whether you specialize in service or new construction, Ferguson knows firsthand how much work goes into a long day on the job, which is why we're committed to offering the products and solutions to get every job done right. With over 1,000 locations, an unmatched selection of specialty products, tools, and supplies, our pro pickup and same or next day delivery, you can trust that doing business with Ferguson will be the easiest part of your hard day's work. Visit Ferguson.com to find a counter location near you.
Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low-cost airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531.
If you or a loved one is suffering from a physical or emotional condition that has left you unable to work, then listen carefully. Take this number down. 800-593-7491. That's 800-593-7491. When you call, you'll speak with a Social Security disability expert and get a free evaluation to see if you may qualify for disability insurance benefits from the U.S. government. That's right, a monthly cash payment paid directly to you from the Social Security Administration. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied disability benefits, call now. The disability attorneys at Pinnacle Disability can help you build your case, file an appeal, and represent you at no upfront cost to you. Don't wait another minute to see if you may qualify for your Social Security disability benefits. Call Pinnacle Disability Group at 800-593-7491 for your free case evaluation. That's 800-593-7491. 800-593-7491. Call now.
Hey guys, we're back. It's Fifth Street Sports. Frank Perez. Florida, Rick, and Oklahoma, Brian on Sports Byline USA Radio Network. Well, you guys, during the break, the millennial came out on him because he, the millennials. Ricky was accusing you. It's the millennial thing called RAS. That's race accusatory sensitive. Since you used Asians and Chinese as being like too big of favorites in the video games, he thought that was kind of racist. These guys. You can't mention anything, or they use the R word.
Wow.
I'm going to the I'm going to the ACLU. I'm going to whoever I can, Rick. We're gonna lock you up, man.
Yeah.
I guess I deserve it for that one. Yeah.
I wanted
send them over.
I wanted to comment on the Olympics thing. So I think there's an important distinction to be made when we're talking about chess joining the Olympics and esports, right? Chess, there's no different. There's probably different versions of chess, right? But generally speaking, chess is just a single game, right? When we're talking about esports, we're talking about hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of different games, all created by different developers with different people behind them, with different levels of balancing, et cetera, right?
Good point.
There are popular games out right now that have what's called rubber banding, right? Rubber banding is a mechanism that's in place where if somebody goes a little too far, right? So say I'm playing against Frank, and Frank is beating me 10-2, right, in a game of FIFA or some equivalent, right? And the game utilizes rubber banding. It is going to, I guess, mathematically or however the game system works, it'll essentially give some things in my favor to try and even up the score. A really popular game that follows with that is Mario Kart, right? If somebody's in first place, the odds are they're not going to be in first place for the whole race, right? There's an element of randomness as well, but
Wow.
I don't think you can just take a video game. It can be anything, Call of Duty or Battlefield or any of these battle royale games out right now. I don't think you can say, I don't think you can just pick one because ultimately it's going to be arbitrary, right? And even then, the balancing is in the hands of people that, there's no such thing as a perfectly balanced game, right? Chess is about as perfectly balanced as it gets, right?
Exactly.
There's no outside mechanisms. It's totally in real life.
Yeah.
As long as gravity isn't warped, from one side or the other.
Andrew, you are a smart guy. We should have you on the show more often.
I don't know about a smart guy, just a guy that reads sometimes.
Still, Brian. I mean, you gotta.
Go ahead.
You gotta listen to his case, Brian, because you're actually in charge of the Fifth Street Olympic Committee. You know what I mean? So.
Right. Well, as part of that job, I'm going to ask you guys a series of true/false questions on sports that have been approved for the next Olympics. Okay, so tell me if it is or is not going to be a Olympic sport at the next Olympics. All right, so start off with cricket.
Yes.
I'm gonna say false.
True.
Andrew.
Sorry, say that again.
Cricket's in the Olympics.
Cricket
in the Olympics. True or false?
It's not in the Olympics, right?
Next one. No, it's for the next Olympics.
For the next Olympics. I would hope so.
No.
True.
So you got two trues and a false.
Yeah, and in fact, it's not. How about surfing?
False.
I say true. I think I've read that there's going to be an Olympic sport.
What about you, Andrew? You got a false and a true.
I'm sorry. I'm currently looking up something. So just surfing. No, false.
Okay.
No way.
False.
Surfing is, in fact, coming to the Olympics.
That's great. That's cool.
I suck.
How about rock climbing?
True.
False.
I'm going to go with true also.
Wow, Rick is nailing every one of these. The answer is yes. How about tug of war?
False.
I would say false. Sorry.
True.
The answer is false. It actually was an Olympic sport.
So I'm 2-2. So I got a C. Rick's got an A, and Andrew got a B.
I'm just throwing stuff out now.
Okay, I got one last one. How about karate?
True.
I mean, they already have judo. I'm going to say false because they already have the judo.
Oh, wow. Perfect score goes awry for Rick.
Yeah.
It is, in fact, going to be a sport in 2020. So
3-2. Well, you guys, I mean, we're over here having a great time, but it's talk you can bet on. People have been waiting for this. Why don't we start with
just one quick addendum to what I said earlier. So I spoke of rubber banding, right? There's a couple different definitions for rubber banding if you look around. There's one which is where, like, say you're playing a shooter game and somebody runs behind a wall, right? How that is conveyed to one person versus the person that's running around the wall can be different. It's a little strange, but it makes a lot of online games difficult to play sometimes, and it's a quality of life thing. But there's also rubber banding that is in the same way that I was talking about, right, where it evens up the game. So I just want to make sure, in case you were looking up trying to fact check me here, what I've been looking up here is just a couple definitions. I just want to make sure that I'm 100% clear with what I'm saying.
Well, no, I mean, Andrew, that's how sharp you are, because you lost me right after you said, listen carefully. I have no idea what rubber banding or a wall is. You guys are just way too advanced for me. I'm still old school, I actually have a remote control. But anyways.
What about yeah, okay, yeah, I know we're running out of time for that pick, so I'm ready to move into the pick realm.
Yeah, but Brian, it's the real tournament for you, buddy. You know what's going on today, right? Isn't it part of the real tournament?
This is the real. Is this the NIT championship tonight? Or no, it's the CBI tonight.
Game one, bro.
Whew. Wow, this is exciting.
It's DePaul in South Florida, right?
Am I gonna have to watch this on Facebook, or is this actually on a real channel?
What do you mean? It's DePaul in South Florida.
I think it's ESPNU. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. You think that tickets are going to be hard to get for this one?
I think scalping. I'm seeing about $2,000 for courtside seats in this game on StubHub.
Wow, really?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It's a joke, Greg. No. Yeah. No. I think tickets are going for about $5. That's the cheapest the StubHub will allow, or maybe it's $6 is the cheapest StubHub will allow. And I think the arena will probably be half full, and they're going to close off the top half of the arena. Only they'll have the bottom half, so they want to fill up the seats so that people on TV, on ESPN, they think it's a full arena. But like WNBA games, where the arenas they close off the top half section, so they try to fill up all the bottom half, so it looks like the arena's full. So that's probably what they'll do in this one. Although it is home games, so it's an on-campus game for USF, so they'll probably draw a few more fans, and somehow they would have had this in a neutral site.
Yeah, but it's probably just like soccer. Like whoever thinks this game will be boring just didn't bet enough on it,
That's exactly right.
But you guys go.
I actually really like this game. I don't know if you guys pay attention to the CBI much, but I mean, I guess Brian does because he says it's the real tournament. But the CBI, the game one of the best of three, the way they do it is game one is at the lower seeded team's home, and then games 2 and 3 are at the higher seeded home. So it's pretty. Boy, I don't number. I'm not sure the game one has ever been won by the road team. It's almost like they want to make sure that they have a game 3, and they know that the home team's going to win game 2 most likely, which they always do. So they go out of their way to make sure that the home team wins game 1. And that's why this is a game I like a lot. This is USF tonight. -2, but money line -125, 130. I think USF, they're going to get all the benefits of the calls here. Besides having the home court refs, they're also going to be, the CBI, I think is going to want to have their input to make sure they get a third game in DePaul on Friday. I really believe this because I don't remember a road team winning game 1 of this tournament. I mean, it's going to have been around for 6 or 7 years, and I'm pretty sure the road team's never won game 1. So I think this just never. It always goes to a game 3. So I really like USF here because they're not going to win in Chicago, so they got to win at home. And it's a low line, either money line or -2 or maybe a little of both. And that's actually my best play of the night. I love this play a lot, and I know we're already on it. So I don't know about you, Frank, but we're already on this game.
I'm getting on it, brother. Yeah, you just sold me, buddy. I mean, you sold me on this game.
We didn't have time.
Yeah, I totally agree. You don't just waltz into the Yuengling Center and steal a win on the road. This is it's going to be a hotly contested game, and they're only laying 2. So
Now,
I like
do you guys think a game like this has the potential for excitement as this week's Atlanta Legend Birmingham Iron game in professional football that went into overtime? It was a professional football game this afternoon.
I didn't happen to see that one.
That's an instant classic.
So, you guys never mentioned that there's professional football being played over the weekend, and there was an actual overtime game that was out of this world.
Well, talking about professional football and the AAF, did you see Johnny Manziel got his first concussion of the year? That was fun to watch. Yeah, he lasted, like 3 plays or so?
And
that was right after the wife split up with him, too. It was like,
Speaking of hard-hitting impact football, how many concussions did Johnny Manziel have in college? 4 years of college. Close your eyes, whatever you see. He had none. Meanwhile, he goes to the AAF, where these guys are sticking because they're pros, and he's already on the DL.
I don't know if I believe that he didn't have any concussions in college, but he's obviously a much slower, more horrible, worthless quarterback than he was back then. So you're not going to convince me that the AAF is going to beat a big time college program.
Okay. Hey, all right. Well, we'll get on that one more. But guys, we got to go. So USF, a major play endorsed by Rick, Oklahoma Brian, and I'm jumping on the bandwagon. What else we got, guys?
Well, the rest of it is NBA and college. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got to go to the NBA now. And Rick, if you want to start us off, I'll.
Yeah, my first play I like a lot here is the top game 561, Detroit, getting 6 or 5.5 now at Indiana. Detroit, Miami, Brooklyn, Orlando. These are 3 teams fighting for 4 spots. They're all within a game and a half of each other. So someone's going to be left out. Someone's going to get the 6th seed, someone the 7th, someone the 8th. Detroit right now is sitting on the 6th, but by the end of the night they could be, pretty much on the road out. So I like Detroit here. I think Indiana's kind of falling apart a little bit with all these injuries. I think Detroit's going to play this game, like a playoff game. I love getting 5.5 here on the road. So that's my first play.
What about? Let's go to the Milwaukee Brooklyn game, because I have a feeling you're probably going to have an opinion on that game.
I see the lines down to pick them, so I'm assuming Milwaukee is sitting a bunch of players again tonight, like they did yesterday. We loved Atlanta yesterday with all the injuries. Well, not just injuries, but they're starting to rest players. Antetokounmpo, Brogdon, Bledsoe, Middleton. If these guys are out, of course, I'm going to like Brooklyn again. I haven't actually looked at the injury status yet. I was going to do that. Have you seen anything?
Guys, we got 25 seconds.
Back to this after the break, but Milwaukee is resting a lot of players tonight, and I think Brooklyn's a great bet to pick them.
Yeah, Brooklyn's in the same situation as Detroit.
Hey,
sure.
Guys, when we come back from this break, we're going to have 2.5 minutes, so you guys are going to fire away. So far, Detroit and Brooklyn, the NBA, USF College, back in 3 minutes, and these guys are going to fire great stuff at you.
Where do you want to go on a vacation or honeymoon? The Caribbean, Europe, Hawaii, Mexico? How about Disney or a cruise? At Superior Cruise and Travel, we've got you covered. We'll assign you your own travel concierge. They'll help you design a custom vacation plan that you can't find online. And the service is completely free. You can't compare the value of this to any other online travel company. We can help you plan a custom vacation anywhere in the world. We even offer payment plans with no credit card required. Now you pay off your vacation on your time schedule. Call now and mention the promo code RADIO and save up to $500. Book your custom trip. Call Superior Cruise and Travel now and talk to one of the highest rated travel agencies in the country with a 5-star A+ online rating.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631.
Remember in the beginning, When you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. 800-957-6063. That's 800-957-6063.
Being a new parent means every high and low you can imagine. But Evos can make it all easier with a baby monitor you can trust. Go to myevos.com, that's MYEVOZ.com, to see how Evos can be the eyes and ears of your nursery. Evos works with your smartphone to provide a live audio and HD video connection to your baby anytime and anywhere. On a date, at work, away on business, even serving your country overseas, Evos helps you never miss a moment. Whether your baby is with a sitter, your partner, a grandparent, or a friend, you'll be right there too. And with unique features like smart alerts that know the difference between a barking dog and your baby crying, extensive sleep tracking data, and state-of-the-art security features for your peace of mind, Evos is the smart baby monitor for connected parents. And enter the code SPORTS at checkout for $20 off. That's myevos.com. MYEVOZ.com.
All right, guys, Fifth Street Sports Talk you can bet on. We're going to get right to Oklahoma, Brian, and Florida, Rick. What else we got, guys?
Okay, I have one more play in the NBA, and that is going to be on Dallas Mavericks, game 574, getting 5.5 at home against Philly. Philly is, I think, going to start shutting down everyone pretty much the rest of the year. Embiid and Butler are already announced out. I have a feeling by game time, Simmons will be resting too. Dallas been playing really good ball, especially with Luka Doncic being out. They've come together really nicely as a team. So give me Dallas plus 5.5 here, game 574.
Brian.
I like every one of his plays. I'm going to throw the Orlando Magic in. And I would curious, do you have an opinion on the Magic Toronto game?
Me, I don't. It just Toronto's playing Leonard, Lowry. They're playing their whole lineup. Toronto's not going to probably shut it down for at least one more game, so it scares me a little bit. I'm laying off that one.
Okay, you guys, but I got an MLB hat trick for you. You know, as I've been sending you all my sharp stuff from the guy we're following in Costa Rica. I got a hat trick for you in Major League Baseball game. San Francisco Giants plus 185, Detroit plus 192, and Baltimore plus 158. I have guys that were laughing at me so hard Saturday and Sunday because I bet Baltimore plus 325 and then yesterday plus 296. And now I'm back on them again today because I think one of the greatest bets of all time was Baltimore to win over 58.5 games. You know, you embarrass a major league team like this, but you guys tell me how stupid is it to lay 350 in April or any month, especially April or March in baseball?
It's the definition of insanity, and it's probably the quickest way to go broke gambling is laying 300 and 400 price favorites in baseball.
Oh my gosh, ridiculous! You guys, been a great show. Hey, you guys, remember we got Chip on Wednesday and Thursday. Joey on tomorrow with you guys. We got Friday. We got our PGA guys, PGA expert. Thank you guys. We appreciate you watching and listening to the show. Florida Rick, Oklahoma Brian, Frank Perez. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific.